Hi, I'm Hayes.
And I'm Layla. And
we're
we're blind.
I bet you didn't see that one coming.
Because we didn't either. Hi everyone, I'm Layla.
And I'm Hayes.
And welcome back to Didn't See That Coming. So today we have a pretty fun episode planned. So we I think we can both agree that we've had some pretty crazy interactions with sighted people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
So today we're going to be playing a sort of two truths and a lie game, but it's more like one truth and one lie. So we're both going to take turns and tell two crazy stories from interactions we've had with sighted people. One of them's going to be a lie and one of them's going to be true, and we're going to try and guess which one is true and which one's a lie.
Because you would be surprised about some of the ones that are true.
Yeah.
All right, who should start?
Do you want to go first, Stace, or do you want me to?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Statement 1. Once I was playing with some kids out, or I was going to some like childcare thing, and I went up to a group of kids and I was like, "Hey, can I join the game you guys are playing?" And they were like, "You have to go put that staff up first, and then you can join us." The staff was my cane, actually. Not a staff, just a cane. And then the second interaction is that once I was walking with my O&M teacher, and there was this lady, and she comes up to me, and she's just like, "There is no way you were actually blind, right? Like, they wouldn't put a completely blind person on the street." And I was like, "What? No, I am completely blind." And there's I'm assuming you have to have some vision. I really don't believe that a completely blind person can be walking around. Because she had just prefaced this by being like, "Oh, I'm assuming you can see some." And she was full on dead set on the fact that there would not be a completely blind person being trained to walk down the street.
Wow. Okay, those are both honestly real, but I'm gonna say number 2 is probably true.
False.
Really?
Wrong. Mm-hmm. I figured you would believe that one. That's why I said it.
I can't tell kids wait, I can't believe kids told you to put your staff away. I'm sorry, Hayes.
Yeah, you have to go put that staff away first, and then you can join us.
Aw, Hayes. It's okay.
I just walked away from those kids because I was like, I don't really want to play with you anymore.
Aw. Okay, I have a pretty good one. So, my first one is that there was this one time that I was in math class and I was walking out the door, and we had just finished class, and this guy walked up to me and he was like, "Layla, are you mad at me?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Layla, you were death staring me in the middle of class. You're definitely mad at me." And I was like, "No, I'm blind. I can't. I wasn't trying to." And he was like, "Yeah, you're definitely mad." And he just walked away. And I was like, "Okay. It's fine. I don't even care." And then the second one this is also an O&M story, actually. So I was walking outside, and I was walking on the sidewalk, and next to me was this restaurant with this little outdoor patio, and between me and the patio was this brick wall. And there's a car that's parked on the sidewalk next to the brick wall. And so I'm walking, and this car is backing out, and I don't hear it because of the brick wall. So my O&M teacher stops me, and then there's this guy from across the opposite side of the car from me, and he's like, "Buddy, you gotta watch out, this girl is about to walk." And then the guy in the car starts rolling down the window, and they start cussing at each other, and the guy's like, "I saw her," and the other guy's like, "Use your eyeballs next time." So these guys almost got in a fight over this one guy hitting me. So yeah.
Okay, I feel like I definitely would have heard about it if it was the second one. So I feel like the second one is a lie.
The second one is actually true, and I really thought I told you about it. Yeah,
no.
I thought I did.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Okay. My first one is that once I had a person, they just told me about this afterward, but one of my friends was trying to get my attention, and instead of calling out my name, they just kept waving at me. And this friend was very distraught that I wasn't responding until this friend finally came to the realization that I could not see them waving at me and therefore had no ability to respond. And then my second one is that once, like, literally, like, 2 months into class, it was drama class and they were, like, passing out scripts. And this one kid hands me a script and was like, can you read this? It was a paper script. And I was like, I can read, but I can't read that. Like, I don't, I read Braille, and so I couldn't. I feel bad because, like, the whole group was, like, judging him. They were like, you think Hayes can read that? But I was like, I have been in class with you for, like, 2 months now, but,
That's
thanks
really
for
funny.
asking.
Um, I'm gonna say I think the first one is true over the second one.
No, you're wrong
I
again.
was wrong again. What the heck? Okay.
No,
Because
guys,
I
what's
could see
really
both
funny,
of those
though,
being true, but I don't know.
yeah. No, what's
Yeah.
really funny, though, is that both of us were like, oh, we're gonna, like, know each other's, like, interactions. Like, we'll just know everything, but
I
we're
know
not gonna act
before
like we
this episode we
know.
were like, we're gonna know, right? And then we've
Yeah,
been
now
wrong
we're
like this
genuinely just
whole
not
time.
knowing. Yeah.
Okay. So my first one is this one was actually kind of like wild, and I think at least one of the people I'm about to talk about um watches this podcast.
The first one's the
So
real one.
okay, Hayes, whatever. So at least one of these people that I'm about to reference watches this podcast. Maybe. I don't know. So basically, we were, just hanging out, and I was like, guys, like I'm gonna go upstairs. Um, and so I went because we were in my basement. So I went upstairs to get, I don't remember what I was getting, but I went upstairs to get whatever I got. And then I came back down and there's just like silence. And I'm like, hey guys, like where are you? And then they were just silent. I was like, okay, like tough crowd, whatever. So I sit down like on the couch and I'm just like, we're gonna wait them out, right? And then I just hear like meowing, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you're definitely like here and you're just trying to like mess with me. And this happened for like 20 minutes and it was like crazy. And then I was kind of like, okay, actually, like you're being annoying, like stop. And then the mystery person stopped. But yeah, um, hiding from me.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say plot twist. No one was there the whole time.
No, Hayes, they were there.
That would have
Okay,
been a funny plot twist.
that would have been funny. Okay. And then my second one is there was this one time that I we were in a car and it was me and my friend who I think also watches this podcast actually. And we were in this car and she was like, oh my gosh, like Layla, like look over there. And she like points and I'm like, oh my gosh, I see it. And for like 5 minutes and I managed, like, I was like, oh my gosh, I see it. Like, that's crazy. And she was like, yeah, like that, like billboard sign or whatever. So for like 5 minutes, we had a conversation about the sign and I was able to like fake my way that I could see it. And the amount of time it took for her to realize that I was blind, like for her to remember, like, oh, Layla's blind, like it was really funny. So that's the second one is I was able to like fake not being blind. It was great.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the second one here because I feel like knowing you, Layla, you would have gotten mad after like 30 seconds and been like, stop doing that. Um,
So the first one's actually true.
what? You have no
Yeah.
patience with me. What?
No. And then I low-key got mad after and I
I
was
would
like,
have
okay, you shouldn't
too.
have done that. And
No,
I was
I
like,
don't blame
okay.
you.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, that was we've gotten every single one wrong. This
I
is like
know.
really
We need to
bad.
lock in.
I know we do. Okay. So my first one is that once I made a blind joke in class and I really upset a teacher and she was like, "Why would you say that? Like that is so offensive to blind people." And, and I was like, "Well, actually, I think I'm like the only one who can say that." Um and then my second one was that once I told, like, I was walking somewhere with the teacher, and she was like, so, whenever you're walking down the stairs, do you just, like, scream at the top of your lungs, there's a blind person coming through? And I was like, no, I kind of just,
Loki,
like, rely
yes.
on them to use their eyes to get out of my way. And yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get I okay, I feel like I'm gonna get it wrong again, but I'm gonna say the first one is true.
Nope.
Dang it. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay,
I'm
genuinely
really
though, the
surprised
other
that hasn't
day,
happened yet.
I know. The other day I said, there's a blind person coming through, like genuinely while I was walking because there were a bunch of
Oh,
people that were making me mad. So I did do that actually, and I had no shame.
that's funny.
All right, so my next few, the first one is, so my so this is referencing a real person that has been a guest on this podcast before, and it may be true or it may not be, but there's this time that we were at a competition and my marching band guide, like who has spent hours guiding me, forgot that I didn't have my cane and started walking down these steps like without me knowing there were steps. And I almost fell, and she had to like catch me and like hold me up while I was like stumbling down these steps because I had not prepared for steps. So that was fun. That's my first one. And then I, obviously made fun of her about it after. And my second one is there was this one time that we had a substitute teacher, and when I'm in school, I have my computer with my screen reader on it. And obviously, for the class to not hear my screen reader, I usually have one earbud in. Um, so I had my earbud in, listening to like the answers, and the sub was like, "Layla, like take your earbud out," and I was like, and the whole class was like, "Oh my god, she's blind, she's blind, she's blind." And the sub was like, oh no. And then he apologized for like 5 minutes. And I was like, it's okay. Like, I just needed to like hear my like my screen. Like I need to keep it in. And it was crazy. So
I
yeah.
think two is a lie.
Two is the lie. First correct one we've had.
Yes. Okay.
Good job, Hayes. All right.
Okay. One is that once I had a kid walking behind me up the stairs, and this kid like was just full on screaming, "Guys, watch out! There is a blind person! There is a blind person!" And it was just really awkward because I was like, "Thanks." And then I had another person come up to me. I had like never met this person before, and they were just like, "So how does your brain work if you're blind?" Like I kind of like don't understand that. Like if you're blind, like isn't like a bunch of your brain just like not working? And I was like, no, it's my eyes, not my brain. And they were like, but like how? And just spent a long time really confused on how my brain was working.
I'm gonna say the first one's true.
Correct.
Okay. You've told me about that happening before. Low key, that's
Yeah.
happened to me too.
Yeah.
All right. So this my first one is there was this one time that I was walking with my friend, and we were going into one of our classes, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna spit my gum out in this trash can," and I was like, "Okay." And so I was walking with her and somehow didn't process that we were going to a trash can, and she I guess forgot that like I was still walking with her, so she walks me into the trash can, and I was very close to falling face first into the trash can. Like it was really bad. So that happened. And then my second one is when I was younger, my neighbor was riding his bike and I had my cane out in front of me like sweeping, and his bike literally like ate my cane. Like it was in multiple pieces like from his bike. And I was like, "Oh, you just like broke my cane." And I was
Oh
like
my
6. And so I'm pretty sure I like started crying. He was like, "Oh my
god.
god,
Oh,
oh my god, oh my god." And we're still like friends to this day and we talk about it.
that's
So like it's chill,
crazy.
but
I think that's the true one.
that one is the true one. You're right.
Should we like each share one
One
more?
more? Okay. I'm fine with
Yeah,
that.
we can do that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Once someone asked me if I was carrying a magic wand when I was carrying my
Oh.
cane. Like genuinely dead serious, thought that I was carrying a magic wand. And then two is that I go to a Catholic school and I had someone ask me what sins my parents committed to make me blind.
There's no way, bro. I really hope it's the magic wand one.
Yeah, that one is the true one.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
I was like, I was kind of wondering if someone was gonna ask that, but thank God, no.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So my first last one, I guess, is I was at a grocery store on an O&M lesson and I was trying to pick out cheese sticks because that was one on my grocery list. So I got to the cheese stick aisle, and what you're supposed to do is you're either supposed to like take a picture with your phone and like read it or like ask for help. And I was assigned to ask for help. Like now I would probably just take a picture because like people are scary, man. But my teacher was like, yeah, like you have to ask people for help. Like this is what we're practicing. And I was like, okay. So I asked this lady, I was like, hey ma'am, like, can you help me find this, like whatever brand it was, cheese sticks? And it like turns away from me, walks away, and goes up to this other person. She's like, do you work here? Can you please help her? Like so like aggressively.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, like it's fine.
it's
Um,
awkward.
yeah, it was really awkward. And then my last one is there was this one time that I was walking. I was also in an O&M lesson, and this mom and her little kid were behind me. And the kid was like, Mom, like, what is she carrying? And the mom was like, Oh, like she's carrying a cane. Like she can't see like very well. And this wasn't actually a crazy interaction. It was kind of like wholesome, not gonna lie, because the mom like explained it very well, like genuinely how I would have explained it, but it was just really funny because they were both like very loudly discussing me while I was like less than 10 feet in front of them. It was actually really funny, and I wondered if I should turn around, but I didn't. So,
Okay, two sounds really real though, because like kids just do say things. Hmm. I think two may be the lie though.
two was the lie, you're correct.
Yeah, because I feel like you wouldn't say that one.
The grocery store was real.
Yeah,
It was very scary.
that also does seem like it could. I would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, like, ah. But it's okay because the worker helped me and like everything's fine. I got my cheese
Good.
sticks.
Well, it goes to show some of the interactions that you would think sound completely outlandish to you sighted people actually do
Are
happen to
actually
us
real.
every single day. So
Yep.
please don't be that sighted person.
If you are, we'll just like make fun of you on the podcast.
Exactly, yeah. By
But
name.
it's okay. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys. We
Hope
really
you enjoyed.
appreciate
Check out our
it.
advent on Instagram. Like,
Yeah, we
subscribe.
post a
I
reel
don't know when this
every
episode's going
day
out,
for
but
the 24
yeah.
days leading up to Christmas.
Yep.
So,
All right. Thank you guys. We won't see you later.